even though it was a pardon, he made a special note that this was not an admission of guilt or any wrongdoing, as it is, to protect them from, repercussions, as well as for the work that they did.
Yeah, so somebody said, and I don't know, I caught it last minute. I'm not sure if it was a lawyer or a court. Somebody said the fact that you pardon is that you're guilty. Otherwise, you won't need the pardon.
Yeah, that's.
I know. And if you're innocent, somebody accuse you, obviously, that's a whole different story. Because if somebody accuses you of murder and you're innocent and you get pardoned, well.
The question is, pardon of what?
Oh, he pre-pardoned those people.
Pre-pardoned them for what? As you said, pre-pardoned for things like murder, maybe theft, whatever. But normally there's a crime associated,
and that's the whole issue with this part, because it's not unusual to pardon people as the president goes out.
Yeah.
And it's always controversial, they said. So Trump is now the president, and they had that's amazing, 3 praying people. Franklin Graham was one of the people that prayed. Cardinal Nolan, who was also another prayer. I think he's Catholic. He prayed. And a gentleman named Pastor Swell. So they all had good prayers in the church in the election. So bro was telling me that some people had a problem because they went to church. They started church to go to the inauguration, and so they had a service. It's like it is, that's a tradition, going to the church in the morning and then going there. So no, just prayer. I think it's always just prayer. There was no like a service. They told the people just to get prayer, and our nation needs all the prayer we can get. So it's not like we don't. So in a minute, if you're not seeing us, you will see us later. We're here to encourage you, to build you up. In a minute, we're going to get into the word. We're going to be talking about the ultimate pick-me-up. The ultimate pick-me-up. What does it mean to be picked up? What does it mean? So that's what we're going to be doing, the ultimate pick-me-up. Praise the Lord. I hope you stay with us. If we lost you, we apologize for losing you. And then we'll get back on track in a minute. Minister Devin was shared the word with us Sunday. We had him share the word, and he did a great job. And it's the ultimate pick-me-up. Jesus as the king, as a true king of the world. The hope of Jesus' return. So that's one of the things you get picked up. It's like Jesus is king. Jesus is king. So there's a lot of, I guess... Trump today will be reversing 200 executive orders. Now, one of the things I found out, bro, is that it's not 200 separate. Each executive order has up to 12 or something. So he signs one, and that's like 12.
Oh,
applies to 12.
Nice.
Yeah.
So he could be more efficient about it.
Yes. And they were telling him to wait. He said, no, last time they waited too long. And said, no, we're not doing that. And I don't know if you've been seeing the confirmations. So as early as maybe tonight, tomorrow, the first will be Marco Rubio, Secretary of State.
Okay.
And then on the lady, I like the lady, sounds pretty good. The one, Attorney General. I don't know if you saw Bundy, I think her name is. She'll be up in the list. And Holman, the czar for the border, he's going to Chicago, and people are like, why Chicago? Because they need it. They said, come help us, and he's going to go. And also one of the reasons is because the mayors of Chicago, I think the governor and mayors, they say, oh, we're not cooperating. Trump? Yeah, Gates.
Yes.
Gates was supposed to be the Attorney General.
Right, and right before we swear in the new president, we'll have a resignation in the House. The rate is too low.
What can we do?
We need it's an internet issue. Probably we'll need to upgrade it somehow.
Yeah, I guess we just record it and then we just post it onto Facebook. Yeah, we're still on Instagram over here. Now, the reason we don't have that problem over there? We're hardwired over there, right?
Yes.
We're not hardwire here.
No, we're not.
Okay. Would that help if we went hardwire?
It can't hurt.
Yeah, because that's what I did over there. So, bro, what did you think about the message on Sunday?
It was excellent.
Excellent. Okay. Did you follow through and encourage some people?
Yes, I did.
How many people? I know he said 2. How many people did you encourage?
I would say 2. Well,
Okay.
the first one was a little more in depth than the second one, so I'm hesitant to count that second one.
I went simple. I just picked like 4 people. I wanted to go a little bit above, and I didn't spend a lot of time. It just hey, blah blah blah, hey, because I like to do that anyway. So let's look at the scriptures. There's did she give you a copy?
Yeah, I think I have it here.
Is that yours?
I think that is.
That's yours. Yeah. So anything else on the? I guess they let three people from Israel. The hostage, was it 3 people?
Well, thank God.
3 people for 100 murders or something. And my wife was like complaining, and then I heard something. They said, well, Israel values their people, so they think one person is worth 100 of the other people. Like I said, oh, that makes sense, But now you got 100 murders out there in the streets, so they steal. But Trump already told him, all hell's going to break loose if you don't let him go out. So
I heard one guy on C-SPAN. He didn't understand why America still supported Israel. It just didn't click for him.
Because they don't.
He I don't know whether he doesn't read his Bible or what, but it was just one of those things. He was like, I just don't get it.
We support so many countries, that's just one of many countries that we support. Greenland is what we should take. Trump was saying, I guess he's going to change the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. But
I heard
it
about
used to
that.
be the Gulf of Spain or something like that. Years ago, before there was Mexico, it used to be the Gulf. So people can change because we have a group in the United States that does all the change names and stuff. You go to the committee, and there's no actually international ones is recognized to say that. So, it's like if you run it, it's like internet. If you run it, you call what you want it, right? That's why it's WW,
So who has the most control over the Gulf?
We do. It's right in our, Florida, all those United States. You got a little piece of Mexico side.
So we have invested interest.
Because
Makes sense.
not only that, we paid for the Panama Canal. We gave it to the Panama people. And they got the Chinese running it now. And Trump said, we didn't give it to the Chinese. Why are they there? And now they're charging our people. We built it. We paid, and people died trying to build it.
Yes.
And now they charge our people so much money. And Trump's like, no. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. That was a crazy engineering project.
Right.
Oh, my goodness. The stories alone on, what it took to make it and the sacrifices that were made to make it happen. It's
And just to
unbelievable.
turn it over to China, no, that's no good. So hopefully, believe, eggs will be affordable. You get gas will be more affordable. And did you hear that? If you're the baby daddy and you claim or something, you can claim your kid on your baby daddy can claim the kid on income tax now. Yeah.
Without providing, to claim a dependent, you need to provide at least 50% of that, the welfare of that child.
They are.
More than 50%.
Well, I guess, I don't know from Miller, but I guess what happened is that the mother has the child, the father pays child support, and he's not able to claim it. So he's saying, hey, they're going to get more money out of him anyway. So you can claim it. It's probably,
as long as it's 50%, I don't see the issue.
Yeah. Well, because I guess the laws before, they weren't allowed to, even if you paid 50%, you weren't allowed to do it because the mom had more rights or something like that. I got to look into it up. 5, 8 through 11, see what we say there.
But let us live. Let us who live in the light be clear-headed, protected by the...
It's sad when somebody hangs around a person and they don't want to be around that person. You know, like, man, I don't want to be around you, Billy Bob, you know, Sue Ellen, whatever your name is. But we're supposed to encourage, and that's what the message that Devin had. He had everybody encouraged. And I went and encouraged a sister, and I told her, you're a blessing. She says, I am? And like, yeah. She says, well, I've never seen myself that way. I said, well, maybe it's time to see yourself.
Yeah.
Encouragement, you know, I don't know if there was a couple years ago, there was a video, and the guy put a sign, and you would get in line, and he would just encourage you, just give you words of affirmation. It was all over TikTok, had gone viral, or maybe it wasn't TikTok back then. It might have been Facebook.
Okay.
But there was a whole line, and you had the camera, and everybody was coming to this guy, and he was just, hey, you're blessed, you know, encourage people.
That's awesome.
People need to be encouraged. If we did more, you know, that like there was the ultimate pick me up is you get picked up. It's like sometimes you can be so down, and somebody just encourages you, and wow, because you know people can be very negative.
Yes.
Right. You go to work and people are like down in the dumps. How you doing? Oh, it's Monday, man. Like they hate Mondays. So. You talk the scripture here, you know, it's because of Jesus God chose to save us through Christ, pour out his anger, not to pour out his anger on us. So he died for us so we can encourage other people. Yep. That's where we're heading, people. We're here to encourage you. We are here to encourage you. Bro and I are here to encourage you, and that's why we take the time to build you up. Maybe you're watching this on a delay. If you're on Instagram, obviously you're watching it right now. If you're on Facebook, then you're not able to see it right now. We lost you. But we'll be back. We're going to fix this issue. Hebrews 10:24 was one of great scriptures, I believe. 24 and 25 says, let us think of ways to motivate. You know, I'm going to buy that book, Motivation Manifest, and give it to the staff. I'm halfway through. Ways to one another to acts of love and good works. Let us not neglect our
in encouragement in of itself.
You know, some people are like that. Come on, you know, okay, you did a good job. What else can you tell me? What else can I do? No, I want to say hi to Maximiliano Hernández. ¿Cómo estás, Maximiliano? Se me estás en Guatemala. ¿Sí en Guatemala? Say no. Se me que estás en Guatemala, te saludamos porque el Facebook se cayó, estamos en el Instagram nomás ahorita. Lo vamos a poner en el Facebook cuando se acabe porque lo estamos grabando este tema, ¿ok? Entonces mandamos saludos, salúdeme al pastor, salúdeme al pastor, salúdeme a toda la familia ahí en Guatemala o donde estés y que tengan un día tremendo. El tema es el más alto, el tema es el más alto levantar, como levántate, animar a la persona, okay? So Jesus is the King of the world. We know that, and He's the hope. We know. I like that song. I don't know if you heard it. Hope is on. Hold on, hold on. Hope is on the way. We used to sing it at the church, and hold on, hope is on the way. You know, and
is
hope,
that a hymn?
No, it's a more. No, it's not a hymn. A little more upbeat, contemporary.
Okay.
It sounds, when I sing, it sounds like a hymn, but it's more contemporary, Christian contemporary. So
okay.
Maybe 10 years old or something like that. Hope is on the way. I don't think that's the name of it, but that's all I can remember. I only remember small pieces of each song. So if you want to be encouraged, a good Bible-believing church that you can go to will encourage you every time. You just got to believe that you can find it. And if you can't find a good Bible church, you know, I have a brother in the Lord that comes to trust the Lord, and I believe that He will do it when I need it. Can you read 1 Samuel 30, verse 6?
Absolutely. David was now in great danger because all his men were very bitter about losing their sons and daughters, and they began to talk about stoning him. But David found strength in the Lord his God.
What do you think that's saying about David there?
My goodness, it's it's one of those times you go to sleep, and you keep one. My goodness, but because everybody you depend on right around you, for them to suffer that much loss, and to blame you for all of it. I mean, there's not much else you can't, if you don't trust in God, you lost even to yourself.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and you're one of those person like me that you came to from the south. That's the south. Yeah, Missouri.
Midwest.
Midwest. You came from the Midwest, and you don't have anybody here, right? But you have your church family.
Yes.
We're here. A lot of us here for you, and that's how it was for me. I didn't have any family here. I had the church family, which I built relationships with the church family, and now we have a big church family, wife and some kids and stuff like that. So sometimes you're right. You're just there by yourself.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be alone. That's one of the things I tell people. Because of Jesus, you're never alone, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he dwells inside you. I don't know how, but he dwells, the Spirit of God. He gave us that part of himself. So if you're watching today, I want to encourage you to stay focused. We can bring encouragement to you. We can bring hope. We're here every Sunday. We're here throughout the week, and we pray, and we're here to encourage you. Let me give you the schedule here real quick. This is our schedule of church events. Every Sunday we're here, and we have services, and we have Bible studies. We have a lot of teaching and training material to encourage you. So if you want to, there's our church address. We're here on Sunday morning for Family Life Institute at 9, a Bible study on Wednesday. We also... we're going to be finished our prayer fasting. Tomorrow's the last day. So Wednesday we'll have food. Some people are going to eat. Some of us are not. But we're still going to have food anyway because officially it's the day of the fast.
That's good.
So we're at 36 Laurelwood Rd. If we'd like to see you come and be part of the church. You know why? Because you're never going to get beat up. Well, somebody might beat you up. But we don't. And we don't approve or agree with that. But we're here to be a blessing to you. If you're that kind of person that just needs that, this is a place for you to come. Come and we'll bless you. The people of God are always blessed. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I'm seeing, and that for years, nothing new. I'm seeing how God's blessing this one with a